Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday, April 12th. I hope you all got your taxes done. Don't forget, they're due on Monday. Hey, Dave's going to join us just in a moment here, but I did want to remind you all about our free report on Social Security today. As we get closer to retirement, deciding when to start taking your Social Security benefits will be one of the most important decisions that you'll have to make regarding your Social Security, your retirement. So I have a complimentary report that kind of covers how to do that, what things to look at when it comes to your Social Security decision-making process. All you have to do is call the number on the screen, 863-285-3815, and text the word security. That's right, just text the word security to 863-285-3815, and we'll get that report sent it right out to you. Hey, hang tight. We'll be right back.
It's Pink there. Good morning. We're at 8:39. It's time to check in on your money and find out how Wall Street's doing this morning. And this is kind of the, semi-halfway official start to earnings season because the financials are starting to dump their numbers on us from the last quarter. And so far, it don't look half bad. Phillip Statler is in his office at Statler Financial Services in downtown Sebring. And Phillip, I think if you wanted to do a poster child for doing less with more, Wells Fargo would have to be that poster child, wouldn't they?
Well, it seems to be that way. They ended up with a pretty decent quarter, Dave. They beat on. I have to go to a different page because it came in a little late. But they came in at $1.20 a share. They're only expected to come in at $1.09, so a good deal there. And then they beat on revenue too. So they had a good start, a good quarter, a good start to 2019. And so this morning they were trading up a little bit more, but they're up about 0.5% right now.
What I really found fascinating was, in addition to being a healthy beat from what was expected, their deposits and their loan balances actually went down. And got to remember, this bank is under some government restrictions. They're not allowed to grow. So it really was kind of a matter of making a silk purse out of a sow's ear, and they did okay with it, I gather.
Well, it seems like it, and a lot of when I read some of the banking stuff, I didn't read this exact report, but it seems to me that they're saying, the banks are being able to earn more interest right now, so that's helping their earnings.
Understood. It's intriguing to see the growth, though. And the other big one that came in, J.P. Morgan Chase, and I didn't see the numbers on that, but all of my tip sheets are ballyhooing it's a new record, I gather.
Yeah, it did. They beat their earnings prior year by about 5% up. I think it was. I think they used the word record profit, and so they came in at $2.65 a share for the first quarter. That was 30 cents above what was estimate. And
wow.
Then revenue also top forecast. And again, they're talking about consumer banking, corporate banking, and investment banking. All three had strong performances in that first quarter, and so you can imagine that that's really helping them across the board. They're up almost 3% this morning.
Now, we always go ballyhoo over banks because they're kind of a harbinger of a whole bunch of allied fields as well. So good financial reports are good from the financial industry. A couple of others that are a little less known that also came out. PNC is one of the big ones that we don't hear as much about around this neck of the woods, but they had a halfway decent one as well.
Well, they did. On earnings per share, they came in as expected, but they did beat on revenue. And again, they're focusing on, hey, we were able to earn more interest income. As the Fed raises interest rates, a lot of the interest rates the banks have are floating. Their home equity lines, their credit card lines, all those things float based on prime. And so they all kind of have gotten some raises here lately.
Yeah, anybody that happened to look at their credit card statements, even if the default rate doesn't show up, even if you never end up falling into that, if you look at it, that default rate on your credit card has been going up considerably over the last year, hasn't it?
Yes, it really has when you look at the way that the Fed raised interest rates.
Oh yeah, because they all index it to basically the federal rate, even though it's maybe linked to another number. The federal rate that they publicize from the Federal Reserve tends to drive it all up. Another one that came in that doesn't have operations here per se, Republic Bank, which maybe just a regional, but it kind of gives us a 4 for 4 as far as meet and beat today, doesn't it?
It does, Dave, and I don't have the particulars other than earnings per share for First Republic, but they beat on earnings per share by about 4 cents. So that was a good thing too. So you're right. So that puts the four banks that we've had report today, all four have beat or meet their earnings expectations.
And kind of looking at the indexes this morning, I kind of get the feeling that 4 for 4 in the financial sector was kind of surprise to the investors out there because our pre-market numbers are looking real green at the moment. Good feelings is always a good thing.
Well,
So we got
it is. You're right, and so that's helping, especially the Dow. Because the Dow's been beat up over Boeing and the airline and stuff. So some good news out of the big banks especially have got to be helping the Dow.
Absolutely. We do have one macro report out this morning that, always kind of goes both ways down the line. Import prices, what's good news and what's bad news? Are the tariffs working? Well, maybe a little bit better than we expected, right?
Well, yeah, we expected the import prices to go up about 0.4%, and they actually went up a little bit more than that, given the cost of fuel going up and oil. It actually came in at 0.6%. So import prices went up a little bit more than expected.
That, as I said, I don't know for sure whether that means good news or bad news from the marketplace standpoint, because a little bit of an increase in price could help the inflation numbers, which we kind of really need a little bit more than we've got, right?
Well, we do, and that gives us 2 months now, because February came in at about 0.6% also. So that's 2 months where we've gotten a little bit more than 0.5% increase in the import price index.
Understood. I missed yesterday, so I was kind of surprised because we did the Fed minutes on Wednesday, and then I know that the jobless claims yesterday morning were just a 50-year record low. I was surprised. The Dow was off by a little, Nasdaq was off by a little yesterday, and the Standard & Poor's eked out a gain that almost was dead flat, 11 cents. Did anything drive things downward yesterday? I was just waiting on seeing what happens when earnings season begins.
Well, I think that, and I think there was more headlines, more Boeing headlines yesterday. And I think that probably weighed down Boeing a little bit more yesterday.
Oh, goody, more Boeing news. Nice to talk financials for a moment. It almost makes the big banks into saviors for the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's like you get a little tired about talking about Boeing and their issues right now, because they've been having a lot of them, and it doesn't seem like they're off. They're going to be back on track anytime soon. Given, I think I heard this morning that Southwest has basically grounded their fleet until August of this year.
Ah, geez. They'll come out of it. They're too well run a company to not come out of it well. But I've never seen a company handle a crisis as badly as they have, and their investors are certainly paying the price.
Yeah, I would say they have not done a good job. I don't know who their PR firm is or who their damage control firm is, but they need to get a different one, I think, because they've definitely not done a good job here.
Definitely. Resetting the table for the morning, we were looking at kind of a kissing your sister day yesterday. Dow and NASDAQ off a little. S&P was up by a little bit. With some good news out of the reports we've got kicking off earnings season in earnest, Phillip, where are we going 45 minutes before the opening today?
Well, Dave, we are heading up, just like you said, and up in a big way. The Dow's up 232 points, about a little over 0.8, almost 0.9%. S&P 500 is at 2909 right now, up $18, a little over 0.5%. Nasdaq's up 0.5%, up $38. Gold and silver are both trending back up by just a tad. Gold's still not over 1,300. It's at $1,294 an ounce, and silver had popped over 15. It's back down below that now at $14.96 an ounce. And man, that black crude oil is heading back up 1.4% this morning to $64.46 a barrel right now.
Now, I want you to know I'm disappointed that you and Scott couldn't talk the price of crude oil down a little bit yesterday.
Well, we did yesterday morning. I mean, we did our best, and it looked pretty good yesterday morning.
Yeah, look what happened. It went right back up again.
Yeah, well, I did my job yesterday morning, and you're back today, and it's back up. See, what can I say?
Oh, okay. I'll take the fall guy for the moment. Everybody's green ink overseas market. Asia ended up, and all the European markets also trading up midway through their day. Phillip, somebody needs some advice as far as making retirement work and a proper investment strategy for any point in life. How do I find you on the phone?
David, give us a call at 382-0037. They can follow us online at statlerfinancial.com and on Facebook. Like our page there at Statler Financial Services. And then join us every weekend on News Talk 7:30 a.m., noon on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Sunday mornings for the Statler Financial Radio Show.
And we look forward to that every week. It's also streamed as well at newstalk730am.com. I'm happy about that. Know you are as well.
Absolutely. Hey, man, you have a great day, and I will talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Gotcha. Thank you much, Phillip. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services. Phillip Statler.
Hey, folks, again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget that we're offering a free report on Social Security choices and how to make those decisions as you get closer to retirement. All you have to do is text the word security to 863-285-3815. That's right. Just text the word security. It's that simple, to 863-285-3815. Hey, have a great weekend, and I hope you'll join us again on Monday.